Several minutes later, the train coasted into the Park Street station. We followed the flow of people up the stairs and to the Boston Common, stopping in Afton's favorite cafe for lattes and scones. Lost in gossip and our plans for the summer, nearly 2 hours went by before we headed for the library. When we reached Beacon Street, excitement, or maybe the 2 cups of coffee I had downed before leaving the cafe, hit me. We weren't going to just any library. We were going to the Boston Athenaeum, an exclusive library with a pricey annual fee. Afton's father got her a membership at the start of summer. It's a good thing her membership allows tag-alongs, since my pop would never splurge like that. Not when the public library is free. Which I didn't get, because it wasn't that expensive, and would totally be worth it. "We're here," Afton said. 10.5 Beacon Street. Isn't it beautiful? The facade is neoclassical. I glanced up at the building. The library walls, which were more than 200 years old, held tons of history. Nathaniel Hawthorne swore he saw a ghost here once, which I think he probably made up since he was such a skilled storyteller. "Yeah, it is. Didn't you sketch this building?" "I did." She bumped me with her shoulder. "I didn't think you actually paid attention to my drawings." "Well, I do." Nick pushed open the crimson door to the private realm of the Athenaeum, and I chased Afton and Nick up the white marble steps and into the vestibule. Afton showed her membership card at the reception desk. I removed my notebook and pencil from my messenger bag before we dropped it, Afton's purse, and our umbrellas off at the coat check. Pliable brown linoleum floors muffled our footsteps into the exhibit room. A tiny elevator from another era carried us to an upper level of the library, where bookcases brimming with leather-bound books stood against every wall. Overhead, more bookcases nested in balconies behind lattice railings. The place dripped with cornices and embellishments. Sweeping ceilings and large windows gave the library an open feel. Every wall held artwork, and antique treasures rested in each corner. It was a library lover's dream, rich with history. My dream. A memory grabbed my heart. I was about 8 and missing my mother, and Nana Kearns took me to a library. She'd said, "Gia, you can never be lonely in the company of books." I wished Nana were here to experience this with me. "Did you know they have George Washington's personal library here?" Afton's voice pulled me from my thoughts. "No. I wonder where they keep it," I said. Nick gaped at a naked sculpture of Venus. "Locked up somewhere, I guess." The clapping of my sandals against my heels echoed in the quiet, and I winced at each smack. Nick snorted while trying to stifle a laugh. I glared at him. "Quit it!" "Shh," Afton hissed. We shuffled into a reading room with forest green walls. Several busts of famous men balancing on white pedestals surrounded the area. A snobby-looking girl with straight blonde hair sat at one of the large walnut tables in the middle of the room, tapping a pencil against the surface as she read a book. "Prada," Afton said. I gave her a puzzled look. "What?" "Her sandals, and the watch on her wrist, Coach." I took her word on that, because I wouldn't know designer stuff if it hit me on the head. Nick's gaze flicked over the girl. "This is cool. I think I'll stay here." "Whatever." Afton glared at Nick's back. "We're going exploring. When you're finished gawking, come find us." "Okay," Nick said, clearly distracted, sneaking looks at the girl. I slid my feet across the floor to the elevators, trying to avoid the dreaded clap of rubber. "Are you okay?" "I'm fine." By the tone in Afton's voice, I suspected she didn't like Nick ditching us.